Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Wake your ass up, fool. John Jay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John Jay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John Jay and Rich. Wake your ass up.
I got a DM from Andrea. Really, really interesting situation she's in. And, well, I said, can we get your number? You got to come and tell the story. Andrea, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
What's going on?
Well, my poor grandmother, she's in her 80s, and my grandpa passed away recently, and she was married to him for over 40 years. And now she is single and ready to mingle and has a very active Facebook life now. And we've noticed she started sharing a lot of pictures of, like, Kevin Costner and, like, sharing from the specific site. And we, at first, we're like, oh, that's weird. And then the more she started sharing, the more we started realizing, she thinks she's talking to this person. And she doesn't even realize it says Kevin Costner fan page. But this account has started commenting on her stuff. She started commenting on his stuff. And we thought it was cute at first. It was kind of silly. You know, he would say how beautiful she is. And then as the weeks went by, we realized she's definitely sending this man money, and she has no idea that these comments are public. And John Jay, I think you'll like this. She also thinks she's talking to Mark Harmon.
No.
Grandma. But first of all, she's a little two-timer, your grandma.
I know.
She thinks she's related.
Mark definitely doesn't make Kevin Costner is definitely her number one. But yeah, I told my dad, and I said, you got to tell her, like, she doesn't know that these are public messages and not him. And she got pretty defensive. She said, no, this is Mark Harmon and this is Kevin Costner. Don't you worry. It's just friends, and I'm not sending him money. But her Facebook posts are definitely insinuating otherwise.
So why would she send Kevin Costner money? I mean, I know he's out of work now.
He needed it
Because he's like, hey, I'm not in season 6 of Yellowstone.
Right.
What? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would she do that?
I know. Yeah. But she's very happy and does not want people to disrupt her happiness, but she definitely has no idea that these are public messages.
Is your grandma, is she, losing her mind? Seriously? Because, when you get older, things change and things like that. Is she a little crazy because she's getting older?
Definitely 1,000%.
Okay.
But still has the capability of sending money.
Isn't that the slow roll where they just give her compliments and then soon... I'm air quoting, Kevin Costner's going to be like, I need a little money to help Horizon 2 get off the ground, but I'll pay you right back. Isn't that the way those things always roll out?
Exactly. But then what's sad is at one point, her most recent message was on his comments, and she said, I'm tired of you, like, giving me mixed signals. I just want to know the truth. So she's kind of catching on, maybe, that maybe he's a little shady, but...
Does she call him Kevin or Kevin Costner?
Kev.
I think Kevin.
Oh, look at this.
But anyway, that reminded me of Grant. I just want to know how he handled his situation back in the day with his mom. I feel like I never heard a follow-up.
Okay, well, Grant is in here, but let me just read you this headline. I just typed in Kevin Costner scams, and it says, this woman says, big article, I was scammed out of $200,000 by a fake Kevin Costner.
Damn.
That's terrible.
Man, you got to be...
No.
Yeah. All right, so Grant, what happened to you? Because remember, your mom was sending money to...
Nigeria. I mean, to several people who all ended up being, I think, the same person.
But you got very involved.
Oh, man. I got blocked by, like, I was calling down there, like, probably 4 or 5 times, like, a week, and getting a hold of people and talking to them to record evidence, basically, that, hey, this is
for
a
your
scam.
mom,
yeah.
Not for a government or to arrest them. You can't do that.
I mean, there's no jurisdiction anyway. Like, nobody can do anything here for a crime that's happening over there.
Right.
But I think, like, ultimately the stuff that ends up happening with, like, this Kevin Costner scam is they'll say, oh, you caught me, I'm not Kevin Costner, but we have this amazing emotional connection, right? And then they're like, well, yeah, he is a scammer, but this is why he did this. We still have had these conversations. We've still talked. We've still established this connection. Even though he lied to me about being Kevin Costner, he's still a really great guy that needs $200 for a new pair of shoes. Or like some like...
And your mom fell for that.
Is
your mom done with the Nigerian people?
I think so. I like, honestly, there's a point too where it's like, I love my mom and I'm not going to be her boss. I'm not going to be the guy who's like, you can't talk to whoever you want to talk to. You can't do what you want to do. So at a point I was just like, you know what? I did everything I could. I've literally become enemy number one in this Nigerian hair salon. So I did my part, and she, I think, has now moved on and is now
talking to Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. I'm going to Kevin. I'm going to Uncle Kev's for Thanksgiving.
Send him on the link to the fake Kevin Costner. But you brought up Mark Harmon, by the way, Andrea. You brought up Mark Harmon, and we're big fans of Mark Harmon over here.
Hello, I'm Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon.
This movie starring Mark Harmon on TV. Look at Mark Harmon. It starred Mark Harmon. Wait, look up Mark Harmon too. Mark Harmon played him early. I think it might have been the 80s or something. And Mark Harmon was really good. Yeah, that's Mark Harmon.
What do you see here, Lois?
Do we have to?
What do you see?
A picture of Mark Harmon.
A picture of Mark Harmon, the greatest actor who ever lived. Do you see a wheelchair under Mark Harmon?
Peter.
Lois? Do you see a wheelchair under Mark Harmon?
No.
No, you do not.
Harmon.
I was a big fan of Mark Harmon. Anyway, well, we hope she stops sending money to Kevin Costner.
Yeah, me too. Well, Grant, I'm glad your mom is doing well too.
Well, thank you. I would just tell your dad or whoever is involved, just to like, be like, hey, what's the deal? Ask the questions that are hard to give logical answers to. Like, have you met this guy? Are you planning on meeting this guy?
Can I meet this guy?
What's his plan moving forward with you? And because, you've got a financial, thing going on. That I don't know.
Who is this co-star in No Way Out?
Yeah.
Sean Young. Yeah, that's right. Sean Young. Ask a bunch of Kevin Costner trivia and see if she gets it. All right, thank you, Andrea. Thanks for calling in. I hope Grant helped you a little bit.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Rich and Peyton, there's a competition going on that I think is Peyton, when I was reading what you wrote, it's so angry.
Yeah, she's mad at me.
Yeah, so explain, please.
Well, I was telling you guys that I have this new addiction with Monopoly Go, it's just Monopoly, but it's on your phone. And I attached it to my Facebook, and me and Rich are friends on Facebook. So Rich ended up being one of my friends on Monopoly Go. Now, just a couple days ago, it might have been yesterday morning, I woke up and I looked at my bank and I was down $280 million.
Sheesh.
And I'm like, how does that happen? And I go to my little notifications, and none other than Rich Barra stole $289 million from me.
Stole? Is that part of the game, stealing?
He had a bank heist, and he stole all my money. Now, everybody else who steals money from me, they steal like $2 million, $4 million.
Which is a lot.
How did Rich get $289 million of my money, right? So I'm set. Rich is cheating at this point. I don't know how he's doing it.
No, not cheating.
But he is absolutely cheating. And so I'm getting fired up and I'm mad. I go and I look last night right before I go to bed. Oh, I got another 900 or another 90 million stolen by Rich. So I'm actually getting really hot right now. Like my toes are tingling right now talking about this because I'm fed up. I'm done. So I took matters into my own hands, and I don't care if I'm being a sore loser, but I removed Rich as my friend on Monopoly. He's not my friend anymore.
You're just like my children.
I wish I could block you. I wish I could block you, and you can never request me again. I don't know if you noticed, Richard, but I'm no longer on your board. You can't steal money from me anymore. I'm done with you.
I didn't look this morning, but so here's how it started, just to be fair. So Peyton hit me and was bragging about it in here. Remember, Kyle? She's I just stole $14,000 from you on Monopoly Go. And I'm like, well, I thought we were friends. And she even said, but you'll never find me because it's not my name. So I look and I figure out what her name is, and it's like XXXX.
Why are you giving out my identity right now? Because now I got to go change it again.
So you can't, I don't understand the game. So you're not playing as yourself, or you just have a...
I just changed my name because I think that it's embarrassing for everyone else to know that I'm playing Monopoly Go. I didn't want anyone to know it's me.
It's kind of challenging to earn money, and it's kind of challenging to get things going. But at some point, I hit some crazy lucky streak where you get so many dice rolls. And I got thousands of dice rolls. So once you get thousands of dice rolls, you can go, well, when I roll, I want 10 times or 100 times what I normally get. I press 100 times, just one time, and it lands right where I can bank heist Peyton for 100 times whatever it is that I'm supposed to.
Which was my $280 million.
But now you blocked him, so now he can't play.
He can't play. He's not my friend anymore. He is no longer on my board.
Is he still your friend on Facebook or no?
He's my friend on Facebook.
On Monopoly Go.
On Monopoly Go, me and Rich cannot play. He cannot hit my bank one more time. Not happening.
You're just like my kids who are addicted to Monopoly Go, and because I've beat them so many times at Monopoly at home, the regular board game, they're like, no, we want to respect you as our father. We will never play you in a board game ever again.
Yeah, I genuinely love you, Rich. I don't want to hate you. And I will hate you if I continue to be friends with you on Monopoly.
Does this make you want to play at all, Kyle?
No.
Me, same here. Same here. It does not sound...
It's addicting.
Stacey won't either. She's like, I'm not playing against you. She's like, we have a good relationship.
No, it's not about playing against you. It just doesn't sound fun.
It's so fun.
It seems so like 90 million. Come on, that's not real. Like when you play normal Monopoly, you're charging somebody rent. You're playing the normal board game. Like, yeah, it's realistic. This is outlandish.
No, I know. I don't know what happened, but now I have like $4 billion in my bank account.
Oh, my gosh.
So you can't come after me anymore.
You enjoy that $4 bill.
Rich and Peyton are playing CEO Monopoly.
We're going hard in the paint.
Yeah, it's like Jeff Bezos versus Elon Musk over here.
And you shouldn't have announced it was on, Peyton. I would have left you totally alone.
Well, now it's over. Game over.
Peyton, what's the vibe for predictions?
I don't know if you guys saw, but Big Fat Liar is on Netflix, which is like my childhood. So I feel like I should tell you if you are the biggest liar based on your zodiac sign.
Big Fat Liar, like Frankie Muniz?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like number 4 on Netflix movies.
Is it really?
Yes, I love that movie. Amanda Bynes, like, say less. I think that's her, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never seen that. Oh, you gotta watch it. It's such a good movie.
It is.
Kyle.
We've had Frankie in here many times where I think he had a crush on her. They were like kind of crushed on each other when they made that
love
movie.
everything about that.
Okay. So what is it again? You're going to tell us if
I'm
you're a liar?
going to tell you if you're a liar.
Okay.
Yep.
877-937-1047. Call us right now to get your sign read. Nicole, good morning. What's your sign?
Good morning. My sign is a Libra.
Just like Kyle. Okay, my Libras, you guys come in at number 9 on the list of being liars because you guys are cute when you lie. You guys are the type to like throw out a little wink. Like, yeah, I definitely cooked that organic dinner 4 times last week. Wink. That's my Libras.
A fun liar.
A fun liar.
We have fun here.
There you go.
It's a good one. I love it.
All right, Nicole, you have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Joe, what's your sign? Good morning.
Yes, sir. Scorpio, good morning.
Good morning. All right, my Scorpios, you guys actually come in dead last at liars. You guys are number 12 on the list because you Scorpios, you struggle to lie. You guys actually tell the truth so hard that it actually hurts people's feelings 99% of the time.
That's exactly right.
You guys keep it real. Right?
You guys have a wonderful day.
You too, Joe. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
877-937-1047. Good morning, November, the Taurus.
Good morning. How are you?
Hi.
All right, so for my Taurus, you guys are number 10 on the list, pretty far down. But honestly, this one's a little tricky for me because there are two type of Tauruses. One is going to look you in the eye and just dead lie to you or not even blink. Or a Taurus is going to tell you a lie and then immediately apologize because they feel really, really bad about it. There's no in between.
That's so true. No, there's no in between. You get one or the other.
Exactly.
All right, November.
Well, okay, to lighten the mood, I got a joke for you guys. Kind of.
Okay.
Okay, so if him and Caitlin have twin daughters, what do you think Grant would name them?
What?
And a 1 and a 2.
Okay, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Anna, like Anna.
Like Anna.
Anna,
He's a
1
drummer.
and a 2.
That's totally
Oh,
it.
because he's a drummer.
That's a good dad joke.
Funny, November.
Okay, November. Thanks, November. What do you got for Pisces?
Pisces, coming in hot, number 2 on the list. Pisces, you guys are such notorious liars that you don't even realize that you're lying half the time because you're literally delulu. And then when you tell a Pisces that they're just full of it, they'll actually probably agree with you.
Yeah,
They'll be like,
right.
yeah, you're probably right.
Wow. How about for you, Leo?
Leos, number 4 on the list. We're pretty high up there too. Leos, we love the dramatics. We're the type just to start a rumor to get that dramatic effect or something. I don't know. It's honestly twisted and we should stop.
That's terrible. How about Virgo?
Number 3, John Jay, you beat us Leos. I know. Some people might find this as a shock, but honestly, Virgos, they're going to lie to you for your benefit. They're here to help you, here to improve your life. So they need to twist the truth a little bit to be successful. They're going to do that.
That makes sense. That's ethical. All right, we don't know what number 1 is. Should we wait? You go to the website, find out number 1.
Go to the website because number 1 did not surprise me.
Really?
Yep.
Our website is johnjaneRich.com, and you can find out who's the number 1 best liar. So, Pay, what happened to you last night with your mama?
We went to lunch yesterday and something very weird happened and I don't know, I didn't know how to feel about it. But when I got there, I beat my mom to the restaurant. So I'm like, I'm going to order.
I thought you said, when I got there, I beat my mom.
No.
Smacked her around a little bit.
She would beat me if I ever try to lay hands on her. I'm scared of Miranda. That is true. No, I beat her to the restaurant. So I was like, I'm going to order like a little Moscow Mule, right? So I went and I handed my ID to the server and she didn't really believe that it was me on my ID. She started asking all the questions. What's my address? What's my birthday? But I'm used to that. You know what I mean? I can look like I'm 16 when I'm not put together. So she gives me the drink and it was, my mom had gotten there and it just felt like the vibes were really weird. Like, I don't think our server liked us very much, or maybe she was having a bad day. I don't know, but the vibes were off. And so I like tried my Moscow Mule and you guys, I don't know what was wrong with my Moscow Mule, but it literally tasted like poison. It was so gross. Yeah. And usually like I'm not very picky when it comes to my alcoholic beverages. Like I'm going to drink what you put in front of me. But this particular one, I was like, something is bad in this drink.
Was it a Moscow donkey?
Maybe it might just be a Moscow donkey. I don't know what it was. But I like awkwardly like asked our server, I was like, hey, can I get a Dr. Pepper instead of this mule? And she was like, okay, yeah, sure. And like kind of took it with a little bit of an attitude. And she walked around the corner. Y'all, our server was talking so much mess about me.
How do you know?
Because I heard her.
Oh, go
I could
on.
literally hear her. She was probably maybe 5 feet away and around the corner. And she like walked up to the manager and was like, I just told her it was ginger beer and vodka. And I was like, okay, like, I don't know what I did to make you so mad. And I understand, you know, maybe if you're having a rough day and, you know, somebody returns a drink and it makes you feel some type of way. I get talking mess about the customers around the corner. But, like, can you not say it so loud that I hear you? Like,
is that what's in a Moscow Mule? Whatever it is?
it was like vodka, ginger beer, and, like, lime.
But that's
It's
how you
usually,
make one?
Yeah, that's usually how you would make one.
When you don't know what they did wrong.
I don't know what was in it, but I would have drank it if it was drinkable.
You should have said something like, you know what? I'm under 21. I just realized I'm not allowed to drink this.
It was just so bizarre to me that like she was being mean behind my back, but to my face. I was like, what is wrong with asking
Was
for
she
a
actually
different
saying
drink?
anything about you, or was she just saying like, I told her what it was, she didn't like it?
Yeah, it was. She wasn't necessarily talking about me, like, oh, that girl over there. It was much like I told her what it was and she didn't like it, but it was like very loud.
But did you ask, like, so maybe she's mad because, did you ask for it, like, is it off the bill? and put
I didn't ask for it to be off the bill.
But was it off the bill?
Yeah, it was,
Okay.
but I would have paid for it. I'm not that type of person.
Oh, man.
Well, maybe she thought, she's not going to get tipped on that now, so
Or
she's
she
probably
was
bummed out.
maybe having a bad day.
I think
That
she was
happens.
having a bad day. I'm not going to lie, which I get. I so understand. But like, if you're going to talk mess further around the corner.
you should make sure the door's shut.
Yeah, you know
do
what
that
I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
It was just wild.
Tell us where it is so we don't go to lunch there.
I don't want to out him. I don't want to out him
Right.
because I'm
Right.
sure it was a bad day and our food was delicious.
And everyone has a bad day, like you said. But yeah.
But like, how awkward. I was like, okay.
So you didn't say anything? You had your mom say something?
No. I wasn't going to say anything. That's just like, that's not me as a person. Like, I'm usually just like, it is what it is. Like, okay. But like, I just was floored that she was talking so much crap right there.
The lesson is you shouldn't drink at lunch.
Why is that the lesson? I don't like that lesson, and I don't agree with that lesson. I will definitely drink at lunch.
Stand strong. Justine, good morning. You're on the air.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you? What's going on?
Well, I kind of want to know if I'm shallow for breaking it off with a guy who has a tramp stamp.
Oh my gosh.
My friends all think I am, but I definitely wanted to see what your opinions were.
How proud of it is he?
I don't know because I've actually never actually talked to him about it. Basically, this was a new relationship. We were dating for about 2 months and definitely taking it quite slow. So, like, in the first 2 months, I hadn't seen him with his shirt off. But then came the time where after 2 months, the shirt did come off, okay? And we're about to, and I see this huge lower back tattoo that, like, it encompasses his entire lower back. It's a tramp stamp. It's a glorified tramp stamp. And the only way I ended up, like, going through sleeping with him was that there was some alcohol involved and it was a dimly lit room. But I just kept thinking about this freaking tattoo. So I called it off. I didn't say it was because of the tattoo, but it was pretty much only because of the tattoo.
Do you guys think that's shallow, Kyle? Do you?
Yeah, it is. But also, like, only because this. Like, if you did talk to him about it, it could have been like, oh, I lost this bet. And it was like, there could have been like a story along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like Rich said, he could have just been particularly proud of it. Who knows?
But a story behind it, if it's a big old detailed tattoo, I mean, if you lost a bet, I'd be like, no, not going to do it. This is the one bet I'm not going to pay out. What about you, Peyton? Do you think it's shallow?
I think it's shallow, but I think that's fair. Yeah, I would probably break up with guy with said back tattoo too. So.
I can't help but judge the guy.
Understandable.
Yeah,
you have to. You can't. You know how they say don't judge. You just don't, you can't. But I've only seen one guy with a lower back tattoo, and I completely judged him. And I feel I was right. He used to work here.
Is it Grant?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Does Grant have a lower back tattoo? No.
Grant has a
No, you
tramp
don't, Grant.
He does not.
No, you don't. No, it's the guy that used to do mornings down the hall. Years and years and years and years ago.
Oh, yes.
The guy that was in a band.
Yes.
Not Rich. Another guy.
Yes.
You were talking about another guy down the hall. I think there's another taller fella who also had a tramp stamp. I don't want to say his name.
Is he still here? Is he still here?
He is not, no.
Oh, well, the guy I know is kind of tall, too.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
We were riding around on scooters or something in the hallway one day.
You're talking about the guy that I started radio with.
Yes, that guy.
Who are we talking about?
You don't know him. He has a lower back
we
tattoo.
Would say his name, but
I
you still
have the
wouldn't know.
biggest FOMO right now.
You wouldn't know. Like, we could say his name, which I don't want to.
Right.
But if we did, you still wouldn't know.
Okay, tell me later.
He
Show
has
me a
not been
pic later.
around since you've been here.
Good-looking guy, really tall. I wasn't a fan of the way he dressed. I wasn't the way he talked. I wasn't a fan of my conversations with him. But one day we were doing something in the hallway, like riding scooters or playing on bouncy balls or something stupid in the hallway, and his shirt flew up, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Did you say
Hold
something?
on. I was like, "Whoa!" Playtime is over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was so
Playtime
jarring.
is over. And it's funny too because when I see women with lower back tattoos, like we have a friend that we become friends with much later in life, and she's a school teacher. Elementary school teacher, and one day she was doing something and she had a lower back tattoo, and I can't help to think in her single days 18, 19, 20 she tore it up and got a lower, but it's like I make up this whole story in my head and I forgive her. Does that make sense?
Yes,
but with the guy I was like, hey
They're
what's up?
really in right now, though. Like, a lot of girls are getting, like, italic fonts of, like, the word lover or, like, love.
My sister's friend got Journey.
Oh wow.
Life's a journey. Yeah, but in Japanese.
Okay.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
can we ask the ladies in the room, between John J. Rich, who is most likely to get a tramp stamp in the future? Who do you think?
Between John and I can't imagine either of them with a tattoo.
I can see.
Between Nick, Noah, John J. and Rich, who's most likely to get a tramp stamp in the future?
I think John J.
I would probably get a tattoo, but not a tramp stamp.
I think you would for the bit. I think you would do it.
How much would it cost for John J. to get a tramp stamp today?
So Justine, is she shallow? I guess the vibe is yes, but understandably, I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I get it, but I think in this case, I'll accept that I'm shallow because I just am not.
Yeah.
If you're not attracted to it, you're not attracted to it.
I get it.
Definitely
Okay.
turned off by that.
I think because of you would do this. 877-937-1047. Tell us about the shallow reason you won't see somebody again. All right. So Justine's dating this guy for 2 months, sees his lower back tattoo. Whoa! Not seeing you again. All right, Justine, thank you for calling.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Love you too. 877-937-1047. The shallow reason you won't date someone again.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The Seven from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The Seven is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The Seven podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
Deciding on what to listen to is hard. Using Zumo to stream music from iHeart 90s Radio is easy. Or play iHeart Country or Hip Hop Beats. Your choice, all for free. Stream easy with Zumo Play. Get live and on-demand entertainment with no logins, no signups, no accounts, no hassle. This April, binge these classics. The Whole 9 Yards starring Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry. Adaptation with Nicolas Cage and Meryl Streep. And The Fisher King with Robin Williams. All streaming free on Zumo Play. Go to play.zumo.com now. Life is hard. Zumo is easy.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to The Wealth Break.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone. It's not just about saving, it's about investing. It's about navigating systems that weren't built for you, embracing your hustle, and relying on your community to create something bigger.
And that's exactly why we created The Wealth Break. We made something different, something more human. It's not just another financial podcast. It's a conversation about real life, real struggles, and real wins.
We're here to talk about the journey. You'll hear from people who've broken barriers, found creative ways to succeed, and learned to build wealth on their terms. Whether it's the first-time homeowner, a gig worker, or someone turning a side hustle into a 6-figure business, we're bringing you their stories.
And we're not stopping at success stories. We're breaking down the realities, like what it means to take risk, how to navigate failure, and why resilience matters. Because wealth isn't about money. It's about creating a life where you can thrive and help others to do the same.
So if you're ready for a podcast as much as about people as it is about money, you're in the right place.
Listen to the Wealth Break podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Tammy, what's the shallow reason you won't go out with someone again?
Stinky feet.
Well,
I'm not even sure that's shallow because, like, stinky feekies. Ugh, so gross.
I mean, if you can smell it on the first date, I think you got to get out of there.
Yeah, it's a bad thing, really. And it's definitely a no-go.
So what's the story behind the stinky feet?
So I went out with this guy that was in my class after he was in my class because was a facilitator at the time. And we went on a date, and then we ended up back at my place, and it was awful. It was stinky feet. I was done.
Like as soon as he took his shoes off and got comfortable, or like was he wearing sandals and you could just smell them?
Oh, no, it was like tennis shoes, got comfortable, and it was done.
Well, I don't even know if that's shallow. I think that's a very good reason.
That's fair.
All right. Thank you, Tammy. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
877-937-1047. You won't go out with him again. Melissa, shallow reason you won't date somebody again.
I will not date someone again if they do not floss their teeth.
Gross.
What? I don't floss my teeth.
You don't?
No, I use an electric toothbrush. It's funny because when I switched to my Oral-B electric toothbrush and I went in and got my teeth cleaned, the hygienist literally was like, seems like you've really been flossing. And I'm like, nope, it's my electric toothbrush.
And then you walked out.
So ever since then, I was like, I don't feel like I need to floss anymore. I mean, occasionally, if there's something like, stuck in there, yeah, you probably need to floss. Mm-hmm. But I don't floss every
All right,
day.
but Melissa, when you're dating this person, at some point, how do you find out they don't floss?
Well, I can see, not to be mean, but I can smell the odor of like dying food in their mouth.
Yeah,
so.
that's a lot.
Gross.
Do they not brush their teeth?
Yeah. You know what? There's times where I dated people and surprisingly, no.
Ew.
Gross.
You might want to put that in your dating profile.
Yeah.
Please
Must
brush
brush
your
teeth.
Hygiene is a must.
Yeah. Thanks, Melissa. Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye.
Araceli, what's a shallow reason you won't date somebody?
If he cannot change a tire. Goodness gracious. How are you supposed to survive an apocalypse if you can't change a tire? I need to know that I'm going to be taken care of. I need to know that I'm going to survive this thing.
That's so funny because I recently needed a tire change. And my husband was like, do you know how to change a tire? I was like, no, but I could Google it.
I had a tire issue, and I was with all of you guys. It was at Noah's graduation party, and Nick came out of nowhere and was like, I can fix your tire. I was like, what a flex, dude.
That happened to me and Rich.
Isn't that a complete dopamine rush? Just straight to your brain, just to know that someone's going to take care of you.
It is pretty
Great.
fun working the
I
tire
love it.
jack and like having the car go up in the sky, and you're like, I did that.
I'd be too scared that it would fall on me and crush me.
Thanks, Araceli.
No problem. Have a great day.
I posted on Facebook too. So it's like, what's the shallowest reason you won't go out with someone? And Amy says, bad teeth and height. I'm 6 feet tall. If they're shorter, I feel like I have to be the protector if we get mugged or something. Right.
I could see that.
A lot of people say if they can't spell or poor grammar. Small, skinny fingers on a dude. If they have dirty shoes, if they can't keep a secret. Their smile, their teeth. If they're a Scorpio or a Libra, they will not date them.
I feel that way about Pisces. Sorry, Rich.
Terry, shallow reason you won't date someone.
If I can hear them eating.
Ew, mouth noises are gross.
Mouth noses are just, noses are so gross.
Mouth noses are kind of gross too. I haven't really seen one, but I get you.
Yes, totally.
All right, Terry, have a great day. Thank you. On the John G. Rich Facebook page, we posted it. And this person, my girlfriend did go out on another date with a guy because he had white stitching in his jeans.
So funny.
True story.
And so relatable.
Angela says the minute they start telling you about all their possessions they have and own, I'm out.
Oh, that's annoying.
His idea of going out was hanging out at a bar. She's done with him. If they smoke, chew, or vape. Julie says he refused to eat anything with onions. I'm out. Food is my love language. This is fantastic. Tiffany says if their forehead and their hairline are in a fight for territory.
That's funny.
Claudia, shallow reason you won't date somebody again.
Good morning, guys. If you use the phrase "seen it," like as in "I seen that back tattoo," and I would never date anybody who has a back tattoo. The worst is "I seen it" when they actually try to put it really in past tense, and they're like, "I seen it yesterday." That's not a word. That's not how any of this works.
I seen it? What?
No, seen it. I seen it yesterday.
I seen it.
Or I seen it. Like, they'll be like, I was walking down the road and I seen that girl that I saw yesterday.
My
Like,
grandma lectures me every time I do that.
Peyton, it's not a word.
I feel personally attacked right now, Claudia. I feel like you are adding me right now.
There's a lot of that.
Sorry, I have never. Okay, so yeah, I am super. I hear it all the time. Like, I can be across the grocery store and I hear it. And honestly, Peyton, I've never ever realized you use that phrase. So first of all, apologize for attacking you. But second of all, it's a scene, SCENE. Like, there's a scene in a movie, but you don't seen it. Nobody's seen it.
Okay, wait. So, how do you feel about people? Because nowadays people say like Peyton's name, they don't say the T. You go Peyton.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Or like Mountain.
Oh, yeah. See, it's just Peyton.
Peyton.
You got to say the T.
Peyton.
Like, you don't have to
say my name
You
wrong.
don't have to over.
Like,
don't over enunciate it. You don't have to go Peyton. Like, it's Peyton. Right? There's still a T in there. You're just like less of an emphasis on that syllable.
I took a radio class in college, and I remember the professor's name was Fred Lewis, and he would say, "You need to taste every word. Taste every word."
Oh, that's a
Hello.
lot. I would stop listening.
Hello, I'm Fred Lewis. Hello, I'm Fred Lewis. Taste every word. Say the
Good thing
alphabet.
John Jay doesn't listen to anyone
I know.
ever. So
No, he's not a word taster.
I'm not.
He doesn't even taste his food. He will
I'm not a
sit down.
strong listener. Claudia, thank you so
By
much.
the way, just quick segue.
Yeah.
So I live in a place called Grant's Pass, and when Grant answered the phone, he got so freaking excited. He's like, "What is the name of your town?" And I'm all, Grant's Pass. It's Grant. And yes, just like your name, Grant. And he's like, "Oh, that is awesome."
Greg, got to lay off them edibles before you start answering phones.
He's got great energy.
Did he
Don't
say-
lay off of it. That's great.
Did he tell you that
If
he's
want
seen to
great
that town on a map?
Come to Grant's Pass.
That's where you got to, after you get married, you got to move to Grants Pass.
No
You
kidding.
got to.
Yeah.
Thanks, Claudia.
Come visit. It's fine. You guys have a great day,
You
guys.
too. Oh, she was great. If you have any other ones, shoot us a call, 877-937-1047 or a DM. It's John Jay and Rich. Time for Hump Day Dump Day.
Hump Day!
All right, so Torrin got dumped. Doesn't know why. He's come to us for help. Hello, Torrin.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's up? How can we help you, man? You got dumped.
I did. Yeah, I've been dating this girl, Claire, for like 8 months. And I don't know why she just stopped seeing me. And I'm just trying to figure it out.
So when she broke up with you, what was that conversation like?
It didn't make any sense to me. Like, I thought everything was going really well. I mean, she didn't really have a good reason.
Did she say anything specific or like, I can't do this anymore, or it's not you, it's me, or?
Yeah, it was more like general like that. And that's why I'm like, it's killing me because, you know, I mean, what did I do? If I did something, I just want to know, you know?
Yeah, but I would think at 8 months, like there had to have been something that like would have indicated a problem, like you were fighting over something constantly, or there was some certain issue that kept coming up. Nothing like that?
That's the thing. There wasn't anything. It was like everything was going really great, and then there was just no reason. So that's why I'm like just desperate, like trying to call you guys, just trying to figure it out.
Did she do it in person? Was it over text? Do you guys live together?
We don't live together, no. Like we used to live with our parents still. So, but no, I mean, like kind of in person, and then we texted about it later. Like, yeah.
Were you guys at the I love you stage?
Yeah.
So she breaks up with you and doesn't tell you exactly why she breaks up with you.
Like, no real reason.
And you haven't
Like-
figured out anything on her end? Has she been acting sketchy? Because I feel like maybe you would want to, if you were a girl, you might want to end a relationship with a guy because you got another one, maybe?
I thought of that, but like it was like really sudden. It was like everything was going great, and then all of a sudden she was like out.
That's
weird.
weird.
I didn't get any of that vibe. Yeah.
Unless she discovered something about you that you're just not admitting to us.
Right.
Because otherwise you would think that you would get the discussion, unless it's like, I'm too disgusted, I don't even want to talk to him.
I just have no idea.
You didn't cheat on her?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely
Oh, wait.
not.
Yeah, that was it.
You know what I mean? You always got to ask.
Okay, well, we'll get her on the phone. We're trying to find out what went wrong. And this was how long ago? When did she break up with you?
I mean, this is like this week. I mean, this is like a week ago.
Okay. What's her name?
Claire.
All right. So you hang tight. We'll get her on the phone. We'll dig a little bit, see what we can figure out, okay?
That would be awesome.
All right. Let us do a little digging, okay? And then feel free to jump in. All right? So hold on.
Okay.
All right.
Hello.
Hi, is Claire available?
This is she.
Oh, sweet. Hi, my name is Peyton. I'm with John, Jay, and Rich, and we just wanted to talk to you on the radio really quickly if you have some time.
Yes.
Okay, Claire, hi. Just jump on there with us. Just want to bounce a couple questions off of you.
Sorry. I'm so confused.
Well,
okay.
we want to talk to you on the radio. We've been doing a lot of things lately about dating and dating no-nos. What was the thing we did? The actual topic was called, I keep saying dating no-nos.
Deal breakers. Yeah.
Dating deal breakers. We talked to Peyton's friend yesterday, and her whole deal was about this guy was not paying for any dinners they went out on, right? Every time they went out, even on her birthday, he made her pay, right? So we were talking to somebody that's in your world, in your circle. And that's why we got your number. That's why we're calling you. Okay? And
Okay.
we happen to know that you recently broke up with somebody. Am I right?
I did. I did just pretty much very recently broke up with someone.
Okay. What would you say was the reason you broke up with this person?
Ultimately he was a liar.
Oh.
So, yeah. Honesty is the most important thing in a relationship. It might sound trivial what he was lying about, but, if he was lying about something small, he could be lying about something big, too.
For sure.
Yeah.
So when you say it was something small, what was he lying about?
Well, it was small, but, he did it the whole entire time. Because we dated for, 8 months, and the whole entire time, he has this deep voice. I think it's because I had something in my Tinder bio that said that I really had a thing for guys with deep voices, and in comes this guy Doran into my life, and he's got this deep sexy voice and it's really great. But he slipped up one night pretty recently where he went outside to talk to his mom on the phone, and I could hear his conversation, and he had a completely different voice when he was talking to his mom. So how did that even, I've never, ever, ever in the 8 months that we've been together, I'd never heard this voice before. So what the hell was going on there?
Did you ask him?
I did not, because that just completely shut me down. I was if that's a really, really weird thing to have a completely different voice. I know that there's the girlfriend voice, sometimes men will have when they're on the phone with their girlfriend, but to have a different voice when you talk to your mom, is there something going on? I don't know. I just don't want anything to do with that.
I've only heard about this once before. And do you know who it was that we were talking to, or who it was? We were talking to Lisa Marie Presley when she said Michael Jackson didn't talk like that. So he would talk like this, but normally he'd be like, "Hey, Lisa, what do you get a sandwich?"
So it's the opposite.
It's the opposite.
Yeah, Paris Hilton did that too. Remember Paris Hilton? She had that. She was sometimes I do this voice, but really she has this voice.
Why though? That is so stupid to me.
My mom, I remember depending on the atmosphere of the room or whatever with my mom, I always talk Mom, I'm hungry.
That's the whining voice.
Yeah. Well, maybe something. I can see that.
Ma, the meatloaf.
Yeah.
My friend's ex-boyfriend has a really deep voice, almost too deep. And there's definitely been times where I'm there's no way that you talk like that. That can't be real. No way. So I wonder if this is a common thing and people lie about their voices to make it sound sexy or something.
I know
that's ridiculous.
That every single reality show, they all do the vocal fry, where they'll talk like this. Just extremely
the raspy voice. So cool.
Well, to do that for 8 months, that's quite the commitment.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So did you call him out?
My family, my friends.
I just said that I had found something out about him, and I was like, I'm just done. Like I don't, like, I've lost all confidence in him, and I was out.
Well, listen, we were talking to him, and I didn't recognize that he was put on a fake voice or not. So I don't know if the voice that
you talked to him.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the person who was calling us to tell us that he reached out to us because he wanted to know why you broke up with him. Right. So, I mean, I thought if you were going to say, you know, he had an English accent the whole time, I'd be like, that's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Right. But the deep voice thing, I would think that would just eventually just
Hello,
get used to.
I'm a boyfriend.
Yeah. Well, Torin is actually on the phone with us. Torin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can't believe it. I got to explain. I mean, I can't believe that's what you're talking about, Claire. I mean,
I don't know.
Where's your real voice?
Is this your real voice?
Yeah, it's my real voice. Like, ever since high school, I used to get made fun of for having such a high voice, and I just really worked on it to, like, make it lower. I was doing that for years before I ever met you. You know, like, I didn't just do it for your thing. I took, like, voice deepening classes. Like, I did everything, like, to make it deeper. So I've always done that.
I don't understand though, because why was it different? Like, if this is your normal speaking voice, then why was it different when you talked to your mom? Like, did you got rid of it? You didn't? You're like, are you one way with some people? Like, it's like, I don't know. It's giving me like psychopath vibes, like having a whole different voice for like different people. That just seems so weird.
I mean, I don't think I have a different voice for different people. I mean,
you sounded way different when you talked to your mom.
Well, Torin, what was that conversation like with your mom? Was that like something that you were like getting excited about or like emotional about? Because I know sometimes like when people get excited, their voice gets higher, it gets faster, and it changes. Was that conversation something that may have sparked your natural voice?
That's completely possible. It sounds right to me. Yeah. I mean, when people get excited, I guess their voice goes up. Yeah.
Well, let's pretend we're your mother right now, and we're going to talk to you on the phone, and you talk to us as if you're talking to your mother. Torin, are you coming over for Thanksgiving?
Well, I don't know if that. I mean,
he's not giving it up for you.
He's worked really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, Claire, I wonder why. Like, why wouldn't you just have a conversation with him about it? I mean, it sounds like it's something that he has been pretty insecure about his whole life. I mean, it is kind of weird, but like, you know, there's other things that like I've been insecure about, and I do things to change them. Sure. Like, why wouldn't you do your voice?
Point.
Oh, just my face.
Well, yeah, but if we were together for 8 months like we were, then why didn't he ever mention it? Like, if that's such a core part of who he is as a person, either he like isn't, you know, like hasn't come to terms with it, like isn't able to talk to his girlfriend about something that is like so deeply personal to him. I don't know, like that just kind of speaks to his inability to communicate.
I'm with you, Claire. I agree with you.
You do? Because
I think that's weird.
When we had that girl on Second Date Update who went back and forth from like her South African to her Australian accent, you thought it was adorable.
Yeah, but that's different. It was kind of cute and quirky. This is like, this is different.
Well,
this is something he didn't like about himself that he tried to change.
He's running from the law. He's got to change his voice.
You have great points, Kyle. Absolutely. Great points. But I'm with Claire on the situation of why didn't we talk about this? We're 8 months into a relationship. We're supposed to know everything about each other. That is distracting back there.
Is everyone okay over there?
Yeah, is everyone good? But no.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, seriously, I would feel like.
Whoa.
I hope you hit the diamonds.
Yo.
They in the studio?
Right. That's bizarre. But I don't know. I just feel like you should talk about that in a relationship with somebody. I don't know.
What if he's like, oh my God, it's a fire! I gotta go, everybody!
Well, geez, I don't know. Tricky situation. Y'all probably just got to talk it out a little bit more now that you know the issue.
I mean, I've had like a couple days to kind of think about it, and I'm not really on board with it either way. I don't know. My trust is kind of already worn thin with it. I'm just weirded out.
Seriously? I mean, seriously.
He's funny. He's funny.
Seriously?
I mean, seriously.
I just wouldn't care.
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I don't
know if
either.
It's a deal
I feel
breaker.
bad for him. He's dealing with it.
Yeah.
Like now it's out in the open. Accept him for who he is, and you guys can work on it together. Or you know what you can do to
Well, yeah,
just
but
take
it took
testosterone.
you guys intervening. It took you guys intervening for him to
He's
open up
insecure
about
about
that.
it.
I think he needs to work on it. I think he needs to work on himself.
That's a weird noise back there. I mean, I knew the siren. That one back there, I don't know what that is. Woot.
It's a party.
All right. So anyway, there's a no-go on that, Claire. You're not going to take him back or try to work through it. It's over.
No. I'm done. You know, I don't wish him any ill will, but I'm ready to be single again.
What if I don't want to take him back.
Right.
I wish him ill will.
Oh, that's so mean.
I put a curse on his house. His mother too.
Oh my gosh. The house full of high-pitched people. Damn them. All right, Torrin, thanks for coming on the show, man. We got you your answer.
That sucks.
Oh, it sucks. Sorry, bro. All right. That's Hump Day Dump Day.
Hump Day!
Payne, yesterday you were back there in the back room, and you were like, bring back the John J. and Rich Choir. And I was like, I wanted to know what happened. What are you talking about?
Well, so I was in the producer's room. It was me, Nick, Grant, and Jenna back there. And Grant sometimes will just randomly play like a bunch of videos from the John J. and Rich YouTube channel. And we get to like go and see stuff that you guys did 10, 15 years ago, right? That we've never seen. And he started to play this one. And it was like you guys were singing Part of Your World from the Disney movie Aladdin. And I was like, what is this? He's like, well, this is what we used to do. We just used to be absolutely ridiculous. And we would just sing randomly on the air. And it was the John J. and Rich Choir.
That's what it was called?
That's what it was called, was the John J. and Rich Choir. And I
we
was
were like, what are you talking about?
we need to bring this back. I was like, this is hilarious. Because you guys were like kind of trying, but also not really kind of trying.
Well,
but it was hilarious.
This is part of it from Aladdin.
Indescribable feeling, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
And then he played for you when he did Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
I Want It That Way is the #1 boy band pop song of all time. So we thought we're going to do our own choir.
And that's Rich on the guitar.
You are my fire. I never want to hear you say I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way.
So here's the moment yesterday when the show was over. We're sitting here, and this is the moment you came in through the walkie-talkie, and this is what you said.
Can you guys hear me back there? I'm about to start a petition. I think we should bring back at least once a week the John J. and Rich Choir. I feel like we need to run it back. Very funny.
The choir?
When did we do that?
You guys not remember singing Aladdin on the air?
Oh, yeah.
And I Want It That Way. It's hilarious. Make radio fun again.
So I went back there, and I was kind of like picking your brain, talking to you without letting you know, and you were kind of singing Espresso.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have an idea. So these are the lyrics to Espresso. We have the instrumental.
You're up.
And now we bring back
No, everybody has to do it. I can't do
The
it.
John
by
J.
We'll jump
Rich.
in during the chorus when we know the
the
words.
John
We
J.
don't
and
know.
Rich Choir. Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso, starring Payne Whitmore.
Where do I start? What is this? Now he's think about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right. Oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. I can't relate to desperation. Might give up or on vacation. And I got this one boy, and he he won't stop calling when they act this way. I know I got him. Too bad your ex don't do it for you. Walked in, a dream came true to for you. Soft skin and I perfumed it for you. Ba-da-da-da-da. I know I'm Mountain Dew for you.
That's good. Good. So now you're part of.
Didn't jump in.
Yes.
That song
now
isn't.
your backup vocals.
That song isn't to an Aladdin and Backstreet Boys level
true.
just yet. Because it's only a year or two old.
It's true.
So I don't know the words. I know the Zen. That's all I got.
And, you know, I'm working late because I'm a singer.
Yeah, that was me last night, though. I was like, I'm working late because I do radio and I have to be here.
So now you're officially a member of the John Jane Rich Choir.
That was awesome.
All right. Jolynn, hi. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
I just had to say that Peyton singing that song reminded me of Ariana Grande covering it on SNL.
Oh my gosh! Yes, that was a funny sketch.
That the wedding song they did about their that was so good. I think Ariana Grande should be a cast member on SNL.
I
She's
agree.
great.
She's very funny.
But like the comparisons I've had to people on SNL lately is insane. I've got Maya Rudolph and now Ariana Grande doing espresso. I'll take that compliment. Thank you, Jolynn.
Of course.
Have a
Have a great day, you guys.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
John J. Rich, oh my God, please keep the John J. Rich Choir as a segment or a game, singing more recent songs. It'll be a hoot.
Yes.
Here's Ariana
Everyone
Grande
agrees with me.
from SNL. Here's the clip from Ariana on SNL.
Air out, the shots are flowing, yeah. Guys on the dance floor grooving, yeah. We say no thanks, she's taking, yeah.
She's trying to sound bad. It doesn't sound bad.
I know.
Britta, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
What's going on? We heard you DM'd us. You need some help with something.
Yeah, so to make the story short, I've been with my boyfriend for about almost a year and a half. And about 6 months before we dated, he was with someone else. And so within this year and a half that we've dated, he's accidentally called me by his ex-girlfriend's name like 3 times now. And it recently happened last weekend, and I think it's weird. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. Like, should I be worried? The other girl's name doesn't sound anything like mine, so I don't know. And even if it is an innocent mistake, like, how do you even get over that? How do you move on, you know?
Does he call you the name when you're intimate, or just calls you the name when you're talking?
Just when we're talking.
And what's her name?
Tyra.
Tyra.
Totally different.
Tyra is different than Britta. So use it like, does he go, hey,
Yeah.
Tyra, you want to get something to eat?
Yeah, something like that. And like he says that it's a simple mistake, and like it's 2 syllables, so it's really easy to do that.
Tyra.
How long was he with her before you? Were they together like 10 years?
No, God. Okay, so here's a little bit of background story too. So they were together, I think, for like almost 2 years, but so we actually previously dated for 7 years, broke up, were split up, no contact for like 5 years, and we just recently got back together. So I know this guy, you know, like the back of my hand. Like, he's never done anything to make me think that he's cheating on me, that he's doing anything weird. It's just that, like, why is this person's name at the tip of your tongue, you know?
Yeah.
Do you look like Tyra?
I mean, maybe a little bit.
Okay,
I mean,
well-
we both have like blonde hair, maybe around the same height. But I don't think like our like specific features look anything like each other.
What's his level of apology when he calls you the wrong name? Does he really go, oh my God, I'm so sorry? Or does he act like it's no big deal?
No, he's super sorry. Like, he almost just goes into this like spiral. Like, he just feels so dumb and he feels so bad.
And I believe him. I believe him then. I think it was an honest mistake. Like, if he had blown it off like, don't worry about it, it's no big
3
deal.
times though?
Right, and here's my thing.
Still,
even
it's
if
it's honest. It's just
exactly
stupid.
3 times.
Even if it is an honest mistake, like, fix it. Like, you shouldn't, after it happens the first time, like, and you call me her name again, oh, we got a problem.
And then you do it again?
Oh, we have a really big problem.
You do
because
have to
why
think
do you,
about that
why do you, like,
why is that even on your mind?
Like, get at, like, oh, yeah.
It's
I
there
would have,
somewhere.
Yeah, I'd have a
Tyra,
really big problem with
what's
that.
your boyfriend's name? Oh my God, I just did it. Oh my God.
Stop, John Jay.
See how sorry John Jay
I
is?
like how Britta's laughing right now.
I thought you were going to say your name's Britta. I thought you were going to say her name's like Greta. You know what I mean? And it'd be easy to screw up a name. But Tyra and Britta.
You know, you could get him back. Just call him the last guy you hooked up with when you were broken up with a few times. That'll get him.
But why does she have to get revenge?
After it happened, I couldn't like talk to him for a couple of days because I wanted to be kind of petty like that. Like I wanted to wear like a "Hello, my name is" name tag around it.
That's funny.
Like just to be sure there wasn't any confusion.
I think first,
poor Britta.
Yeah, I think first I would like really just have a serious conversation with him and just be like, this really bothers me. Like, I trust you and I want to continue trusting you, but it does make me wonder why you're thinking about her. And if you're thinking her on the top of your mind or in your subconscious, that is on your mind. And
He's like,
that's
I'm
why
not.
those words come out.
You look like Tyra Banks.
I mean, that would be a good comeback.
We really have problems.
Oh man.
The first time we broke up was definitely like a communication issue, and so I think that's kind of what's going on too. Is like I just need to do exactly what you said. Is like sit down and like tell him how much it hurt and like why I have such a big problem with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you for coming to us for advice. I hope we gave you some good stuff. I'm with Rich though. I believe him. I think it's an honest
I
mistake.
think you guys are just dudes over there.
Well, yeah, because we know.
to talk to him.
We know when your brain moves 1,000. You do, but
I script the names of my kids all the time.
Yeah, it happens.
Totally different, though.
I definitely have not screwed up my wife's name because I know what kind of hell that would be.
Exactly.
For years.
Like you're aware of it.
That's
You know
why I
what?
say you got to think about it.
That is a good situation to put yourself in. Like you've never done that.
No.
Right? That would be terrible.
I actually think about it
Even
a
as a
lot.
mistake. and
Before I say it, I think about, okay, this is my wife, Stacy.
Oh, that's awful.
So whenever you talk to her, you have to say, Stacy.
Well, times, yeah.
Hi, how did everything go today?
You
Stacy.
are Mrs. Barra, Stacy Barra. God.
All right, Britta, thanks for calling in. Have a great day.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate your help.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
Deciding on what to listen to is hard. Using Zumo to stream music from iHeart 90s Radio is easy. Or play iHeart Country or Hip Hop Beats. Your choice, all for free. Stream easy with Zumo Play. Get live and on-demand entertainment with no logins, no signups, no accounts, no hassle. This April, binge these classics. The Whole Nine Yards starring Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry. Adaptation with Nicolas Cage and Meryl Streep. And The Fisher King with Robin Williams. All streaming free on Zumo Play. Go to play.zumo.com now. Life is hard. Zumo is easy.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to The Wealth Break.
Let's be honest, building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone. It's not just about saving, it's about investing. It's about navigating systems that weren't built for you, embracing your hustle, and relying on your community to create something bigger.
And that's exactly why we created The Wealth Break. We made something different, something more human. It's not just another financial podcast. It's a conversation about real life, real struggles, and real wins.
We're here to talk about the journey. You'll hear from people who've broken barriers, found creative ways to succeed, and learned to build wealth on their terms. Whether it's the first-time homeowner, a gig worker, or someone turning a side hustle into a six-figure business, we're bringing you their stories.
And we're not stopping at success stories. We're breaking down the realities, like what it means to take risk, how to navigate failure, and why resilience matters. Because wealth isn't about money. It's about creating a life where you can thrive and help others to do the same.
So if you're ready for a podcast as much as about people as it is about money, you're in the right place.
Listen to the Wealth Break podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
We were talking about yesterday about this, the Kimberly ghost from Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
And Peyton was talking about, it was a teacher, somebody was talking about it's a teacher at the Hamilton that always told the story. And I guess it's got a big following. And so many people sent me, I guess the teacher told the story. That's what I sent you, right? The teacher tells the story and recorded it. It's amazing, right? I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to. So as they said to me, I thought for good show prep material, normally I would listen to this. I would send it to Noah and say, can you cut this up? Let's play it on the air. I didn't want to listen to it. I didn't want any of that bad juju on me. So I sent it to Noah, Nick, and Peyton. And I said, hey, what do you guys think? Let me know if we should air some of this. None of them said, listen to it. They just said, yeah, we'll post it. So I still don't know if it sounded good or not.
I listened to it.
And?
Yeah, it's creepy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That a good radio show would pull some of it and play some of it. But I don't want to listen to it unless it's on our radio show.
Yeah, it's very eerie, very creepy. You can hear some of the students in the back, talking and getting a little spooked.
See, that's where a great radio show would be able to play that clip. That's what I wanted. I said it to 3 people on this show.
I don't know how to do the audio stuff.
You don't have to do it, but you can say, oh my God, let's play this clip here. I normally...
You sent it to our 2 audio gurus.
Yeah, I know, but I also sent it to the person that knows the story, knows the teacher. And I was just kind of like, all right.
Well, maybe that's a sign.
3 out of 8 people.
Maybe that's a sign that we don't need to hear it.
I don't feel like you know what? I think Rich is right. It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah,
right.
Because then we were just going to spread the terror.
Because Kyle and I live around there. We're going to drive that way.
But that's where my superstition is more powerful than trying to do good radio.
That's okay. I think in this case,
I kind of, if it was me, I would have been all into it and say, pull this clip. But I was afraid. So, hey, let me send it to Peyton. Nick, Noah, what do you guys think? Nope.
I mean, we entertain you, have a Ouija board in here, but we're not going to do that, right?
I feel like I should have a pass, but it's
Cody,
okay.
good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning.
What's up?
What's up, guys? I was going to talk to you about something this morning.
Go ahead. You're on the air.
A little Adderall. I was wondering, have you taken medication? Because I just started, and you post a lot of stuff about the ADHD.
Are you talking to me? Jaje?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh.
Did you pay attention?
I'm talking to you.
Well, you said, I was wondering you. There's 4 of us in here.
Yeah, talking to you.
So what are you asking me? I post a lot of ADHD stuff, and you want to know if I am on meds, have taken meds?
Yeah, I feel like you're not on meds, but maybe you tried it at one time.
Yeah, no. One time I went to a psychiatrist, and he said I have ADHD, and he put me on Adderall, right? And I just happened to be getting on a plane, and I took my first Adderall pill, and I was in the emergency row. And I couldn't move. The flight attendant's like, sir, if you're in the emergency room, are you okay being in the emergency room? And I was like, and I fell asleep. So so then he took me off of those meds and put me on something called Vyvanse. And I didn't like it. But I do take Vyvanse whenever we have long meetings. You know how we go to LA every once in a while and listen to those days of music? I'll take one of those, and it gets me through the day.
You can focus.
Oh,
Actually, you do. You remember everything. I write everything down, and I remember nothing. Right. You don't write anything down, and then you remember every song we heard.
But other than that, no, I am not, Cody. So how is Adderall working for you?
I have spent the last 3 weeks meticulously cleaning my garage, and I'm still not done.
Oh. So is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know at this point. I mean, I was getting frustrated with myself because I wasn't able to complete tasks, and now I can't stop doing this one task.
So you're still not complete, though. You said you're not done.
I never complete a task.
Yeah.
Never.
Anytime I took Adderall, I would get a coloring book and markers, and I would spend hours coloring, not doing anything productive, just coloring out of a coloring book. I would finish the coloring book
so
in a night.
That makes sense, though, right? That's what it does.
Yeah, it's supposed to have you focus, but instead of me doing studying for a test, I was coloring.
No, I literally read an entire science book in college. I was like, I don't know anything. I skipped class a lot. I would pop an Adderall and I read the whole book.
Yeah.
And I hate reading.
Yeah.
So that's what it's supposed to do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so
Focus.
focused.
Wow. It didn't work for me.
Because I think it was probably the wrong medication for you, John Jay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're different than the rest.
Yeah, they
That's
they
a
have
fact.
stimulants and non-stimulants too. So,
No, I don't.
but I
take
found that it doesn't make a lot of people as funny. Like you're on radio and you're spontaneous. Like Trevor Noah has a good thing on it because he discovered he had ADHD and he doesn't want to take meds because then he finds he's not as funny.
Yeah, it's like a superpower.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody yesterday, and this guy's really slow and mellow and boring, and he told me that being funny is his superpower. And the guy's never once made me laugh.
You were
And he
like,
said-
when
and
do I
he's-
get to see
maybe
this
he's holding
He
back.
superpower?
said it like that. You know, because humor and being funny is my superpower. He
Is
said it
his
slower than that.
superpower?
Is his superpower. And I was like, what the hell?
You didn't laugh at him for making a comment
I
like
couldn't.
that?
I can't. I have to tell you off air. I can't tell you on air. I was like, this dude is the unfunniest human being I've ever met in my life. Aaron is our contestant. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Okay, Aaron, so here's the deal. We're playing a game called What's in the Box, okay?
Okay.
So here's what's going on in the studio. There's a black box in the corner of the studio. Nick has a microphone, and there's a hole in the top of the box. We can't see what's in the box. But, Nick, so do you host the game, Nick? You're going to host it?
Yeah, I'm going to host as best I can.
Okay.
Yes.
So then what we do is we all go up there, we put our hand in the box, feel what it is, and then make a guess.
Correct.
And then Aaron has to guess which one of us is right. Get it, Aaron?
I got it.
The things
Okay.
we do for you, Aaron,
Okay.
because none of us likes this game.
That's so
Okay.
nerve-wracking.
I do. I will say I like to theme my games, you guys. So let's think about what we're giving away today.
Okay.
We're going to San Diego, right? We're going to go stay at the Catamaran.
Yeah.
We're going to SeaWorld.
Uh-huh.
Let's just think about where the theme is while you're sticking your hands in this mystery box.
Bro.
Okay?
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, I have a feeling.
Okay,
And
who's
it's not a
first?
good
What do we
one.
do? Let's go. Who's first?
Not it.
Not it.
Not it.
Rich, you're first. What do we not it?
Okay, Rich, here we go. He's approaching the box. Can't look, Rich, okay?
I'm not looking.
Use your
Watch
other
it.
hand. I would recommend you use the hand that you don't have your watch on.
I just took my watch
Oh,
out.
no.
Okay, hands going in.
I wonder why.
Hands
go.
going in.
Keep going.
Oh, my God. Slimy and pointy.
Keep going.
It's slimy and pointy.
You gotta go. You gotta get all the way in there, Rich.
It's
Is it
moving.
a-
Oh yeah.
Moving.
Is it a currently used condom?
And it's slimy and wet and gross.
Mhm.
Gross.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't
Finger
wanna do
all
this.
over that stuff.
Okay, now
Yeah.
I'm moving it
Okay.
around. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And no smelling your hand after you're done.
Bro,
no
that's-
smelling your hand.
me no
Not
smelling
funny,
my
bro.
hand.
If this is like
Here's an
tuna
napkin.
or fish or something, we're gonna have a really big problem.
Can
Yeah,
we
maybe
smell
we will.
other people's hands?
But
Okay.
only if they haven't put their hand in the box.
It does
But I mean,
feel
like on another day.
Because I will
it
gag.
does feel fishy to me.
Okay.
It feels a little sushi to me.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with that it is ahi tuna that is chopped up like sushi.
Okay.
Although, as I said, that there also feels like there's rocks in there.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with ahi tuna.
So Rich has made his guess. Next week,
Peyton, because Kyle said
Peyton
1, 2, 3, not it. I said 1, 2, 3, not it. Then Peyton.
Peyton Whitmore.
Yes.
You shouldn't have worn a white T-shirt today.
I need a hair tie.
Okay. Don't look, Peyton.
You don't have to get in the
You
box.
start to dry heave and you don't.
I will say the scent is starting to permeate the room.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead.
I don't
Here,
wanna play.
here, I'll help.
I don't want to play. I don't want to play.
All the way in.
You were grossing me
Oh,
out.
she's losing it.
Oh my God, you can puke.
Bro, what is that?
No, it's what's in the box.
Ew, I don't want to. I'm going to say that is. Oh, it's shrimp.
No.
Okay, Peyton has made her guess
Napkin.
as shrimp. I forgot that she already vomited this morning, so it makes it even better.
Watching you do that was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Next up,
All right, I'll go real quick.
John J. Van Ness. Okay. All right. Well, if you don't want your... Okay, yeah.
Oh, but then you can
So you can't see. You got to stand on the other side there.
put this on camera later today.
Blocking.
Oh, gross. Ah, what are you? No, you
No.
so gross. Okay, I got my guess. God, that's disgusting. That is so gross.
You didn't stay in the box very long.
I don't have to.
Yeah, you don't really have to stay in that long. It's more fun for me if you do.
I can't wait for
Have fun, Kyle.
That is so gross.
John Jay, what's your guess?
I think it's chopped up salmon. Wait, what was your guess, Peyton?
Shrimp.
Okay, salmon. I think it's chopped up salmon.
It's something fishy.
Okay. You want to use
Here goes
the one
Kyle.
with your wedding ring?
Take it off.
I'll take it off.
I don't want it to get lost.
Johnny, so nervous. I hate this game so much. I found the top of it. No.
You gotta stay in the room, Kyle. You can't leave the room.
No.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Kyle just freaked out, knocked the box over. Whatever it is flying everywhere.
Kyle, what is it?
Now we know what it is, but here's I actually don't know what it is by seeing it, but hey, now Kyle's hit the wall, turned off all the lights in the studio.
She had a full-on panic attack.
This is a disaster.
Can you come back to the microphone?
Okay.
We need to hear your guess. Don't
Okay,
look.
so do you want to take a guess, or do you? She saw what it is, right?
Oh my God.
I don't know if she did or not.
Okay, Rich said it was ahi tuna.
I thought it was ahi
Peyton
tuna, yes.
said it was shrimp, and I said it's chopped up salmon. So since Kyle knocked it over, probably knows what it is. So should we eliminate her guess?
I think we're going to have to.
I think that's
Okay, so Aaron, you got
Kyle's
to
done
pick.
for the day.
Aaron, pick us. Kyle's over there laughing in the corner, disgusted. Okay,
That's
so
hilarious. I think Peyton came the closest.
okay, so Peyton said it was shrimp. Okay, so she picks Peyton, Nick. So is Peyton right?
Peyton Whitmore was correct.
Wait till you see the shrimp circus act at SeaWorld.
It sure was slimier than shrimp seems to be.
I felt like it moved.
I did move in my hands. It was moving.
I feel like it's ceviche. Was it ceviche mixed? A lot of what's up?
Guys, I have to be honest. It's expired 2-year-old seafood salad that contains shrimp, mussels, and
I'm literally getting gas.
Okay.
That is so
Nice job, Nick. That's one of
Wash
the
your
grossest
hands,
things I've ever felt, and I felt some gross things.
I'm crying right now. Terrified.
I can't wait for you guys to see the video because Kyle lost her mind.
It was literally popcorn shrimp in here. Like there was shrimp flying everywhere.
Kyle, but anyway, hey, Aaron, you win.
That was great.
Utter
That was
chaos.
hilarious, you guys. I can't wait to watch the video.
Yeah, wait till you see the video. Yeah, it's amazing. All right, hold on the line.
Thanks for playing.
It's John Jay and Rich.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.